And then where's the go live button on YouTube? Did they move it? Oh,
No
I think
idea.
I think they got rid of it. It's just automatic. It says I'm live or okay. Yeah, it's just automatic now. There's not even a button for it.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute and make sure that people can actually hear us and I'm not talking to empty air and whatnot. We'll wait for people to come in too, because there's no one in yet.
I still
How
haven't gotten.
how quickly does it feel usually?
Like
It takes a while.
2 minutes. Oh, we got 3
Yeah.
people now. We got one person who can
Nice.
hear. As usual, everyone in the stream or in the chat, if you can hear all of us, let me know before we begin, so I'm not just talking to
I think
thin air for 3 hours.
I think it works fine. I could hear a few things being said in the
Awesome.
chat.
I remember that
on
one
the-
time we did a live stream like a few months ago, and basically the stream could only hear me and no one else, so it was just me like talking to the air for like 15 minutes before we realized what was going on. I probably just sounded like a crazy person. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
well,
just posting this
we'll wait a little bit longer to get some more viewers, but it sounds like at least all the sound and stuff is working, so that's cool.
I'm gonna be a dick and tag everyone on Discord because I can.
Tag
Yeah.
I have no problem using the everyone tag on Discord. I do it all the time as long as it's not, banned, because there's some channels that ban it.
Yeah.
True.
See
Add
code
everyone.
chat.
Just go nuts.
Deox actually toxic. Can we kick this guy?
Well, I guess
So
that makes me
toxic.
toxic too. Alrighty. Well, the viewer count isn't going
That's
up,
'cause
so I guess
I-
we'll just start and people can filter in on their own.
No.
Sure.
So,
The lucky
of course, as
HQ.
soon as I say that, the count starts going up.
Yeah, that's how it goes every time.
So, hello everyone. It's Nephi and company. I think we actually have a first timer on this live stream. I don't think Odysseus has been on a live stream yet.
Nope. It's the first time.
Cool. Yeah, we got our returning veterans, Deox and Exodarian. We were also gonna have another new person on this live stream, but he went to sleep, so we'll have him on another time to introduce him. But yeah, a lot of insane stuff has been going on this last week with Hyrule Conquest. There was like several months where I'm kind of slowed down, and then just all of a sudden this huge just burst of stuff got done.
It's good.
Yeah.
So, actually, what should we talk about first? Do you guys want to talk about anything particular first?
Probably
With,
the most important point.
The new version is gonna be public in, I think, like 8 days. If you're a patron, you can try it out now, but there's a few bugs. We'll be gentle, Odysseus. Yeah. Do you want to introduce
Nice.
yourself, or?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll let
but-
you introduce yourself.
Yeah. So the internet alias is Odysseus. I do balancing. I've been around for a couple of months already, actually, but I refrained from hitting the live stream because I was afraid of the Deox and Nephi rants. They were too much for me to bear. No, but yeah, I'll be tweaking the stats and making sure people don't rage too hard when they lose games. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do, and I talk. I also talk a bit with Nephi about gameplay design, and I think we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, right?
Bit, he
Yeah,
says.
if you want to switch to that next. Although, as you pointed out, after like an hour, the stream probably will just evolve into Deox and I rambling about all kinds of weird things, and Exo will
think-
probably take a
I
nap
think the
as he usually
people-
does.
Viewers,
if your
they
eyes
know.
start to glaze over when it gets to that point, feel free to leave if you want. Don't feel bad.
No, it's fine. I'll
well-
probably say my fail and then.
Deox and I
Skedaddle.
will try and hold out until we get all the important stuff covered first. We'll keyword try.
Yeah.
You say you talk a little bit, right, Odysseus? But you've been having chats with Neff for sometimes like 4 to 5 hours. I've heard. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It ramped up quite quickly, actually.
a week ago we spent 6 hours like trying to get all the Hylian just the heroes alone, like, and then we spent several more hours on their units another day, and we still haven't gotten through all the Gerudo yet.
Yeah.
I might
Oh,
actually have more time
once.
this week for that kind of stuff. As long
Yeah,
as
we
long
need
as
to iron
Exo
out
and
the-
Ascaris don't need my my attention.
Yeah. So as you can hear, I'm not the priority. I'm
Aw.
sad noises.
Oh, ouch. That's a big move for Odin.
No, but basically, the idea for the public release is, at least right now, to present the Hylians, the Kingdom of Hyrule, and the Gerudo in a what we think would be a balanced state, and also when I talk with or mostly discuss the concepts with Neffy, we just kind of make sure that there are not too many overlapping ideas, and some of you have probably heard this kind of stuff before, but it's important, right? Because we all want to have fun and asymmetrical factions. At least I do. And yeah, so far it's been fun, I suppose.
I
Do
do
you
have.
think?
Oh, go on,
Hold on.
Exo.
Do you? Now I've completely forgot what I wanted to say.
I
Of
guess
course.
I'll go then.
Wow. Yeah, you
Good
go ahead
story.
first.
I was gonna say I do have tomorrow off, and I think I'll be home around the time you're on. So if you want to finish the Gerudo tomorrow, I'll try and truck through, even if it takes like 6 hours.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
I'm-
right,
I'm
cool.
down.
And if for some reason
I'll,
it doesn't, then we'll try and do
Aren't
what we
you
have
at
been
my
doing.
place?
Hmm?
Wait.
Mhm.
Aren't you at my place tomorrow?
Yeah. Wait, what?
These you guys.
You
You guys
know?
said, yeah.
Do you know about context, EXO? It's an important thing in modern society.
Ah.
Probably might think something weird is gonna go down.
Oh.
Oh,
No, but
it's
Deox is already my official lover, so I'm sorry.
true.
Yeah,
So
I know,
he's just cheating in public. Zero.
And we've
I'm
already
sorry,
gone
Deox.
off topic.
Just doesn't care.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean it.
It wasn't
already.
Deox and I that made us go off topic.
We're experiencing.
Odysseus,
technical
you're already getting the
difficulties.
hang of it. You're already getting the hang of these live streams.
I
Yeah.
suppose so. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll try.
Anyway,
Are you? Do you think you can get the Hylians and or the Gerudo done before the 31st, or well
Ooh.
done in quotations?
No beating around the bush, huh? I'm gonna try at least.
will that
Right.
include their technologies? I have a feeling I know the answer to that. Because we haven't,
Yeah.
we haven't even discussed any of the techs. But I understand if we can't get through those in time because there's way more techs than units. There's like 40 techs for the
Yeah.
Hylians.
Yeah, but techs are a bit more straightforward, I think, because in general, I think we pay more attention to the units rather than the techs, at least design-wise. Techs are usually there to just give a kind of a flat boost, It's nothing
Yeah.
particularly exciting, with a few exceptions. I see someone's asking, are the Gerudo getting changed much? Not that much. I think it's fair to say they're not being changed that much, right? There's a couple of changes.
I would say they had. Well, it's not really a huge. They're not like getting any new units or anything, but one of their units did get switched around. I guess
Yeah.
we can go ahead and spoil. I mean, it's not going to be switched around in the release coming up. It'll be in the release after when we add in all the new heroes. But
Yeah.
the Golden
Probably need a
Gladiator.
bit more time.
The Golden Gladiator is going to be just a unit that the Gerudo can train in general. And then the Serpent Slayer is being moved to Urbosa. And the Master Thief is going to become Nibiru's unit. So that those 3 units got all flipped around.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a spoiler. Well, we didn't spoil the context of it though, so
True.
we haven't
true.
said why we've switched those all around.
But
Yeah.
with the new battalions, you're also squashing the stats, right? Like the health and stuff.
Yeah. For now, I'm just kind of simplifying the stats, smaller numbers for people who aren't good with numbers, like me. That's ironic. I'm the balancer. I suck with numbers. Way to go. But it's really just a visual change in that respect. You could probably scale it down in percentages and calculate for yourself. I think in
And-
general, though, with lower stats, the pacing in some areas will be a little faster, but also slower at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain because we have the battalions, but individual soldiers won't be as tanky as they were before. In the older versions, where something could easily have a couple of hundred hit points. I don't know if I should get into the specifics too much here, but I don't think people would actually care hearing all the
general,
technical values. But
smaller numbers would be better anyways, right?
yeah,
Like in general, smaller numbers are better for balancing purposes, but not necessarily just for balancing, but also just for the kind of the kind of information that the player gets.
yeah,
Like in general, smaller numbers is superior. 'cause
That's what I was
it's much
saying
easier
about
to use.
resources a week
That's,
ago.
yeah. That's pretty much the idea, right? It's just to not overwhelm the player with numbers. Yeah, it's just kind of more of a change rather than a huge necessity. And also just for me, it's easier to compare all the units and look at the hit points and attack values, etc., etc.
Looks like we got several questions in the chat actually related to this. First off, Taba asked, will the mirror shield tech also be switched to Urbosa? The mirror shield tech actually doesn't belong to any of the heroes. It's just a tech that the Gerudo have in general. Unless I made a mistake, and I'm pretty sure it's a general tech though that any of the Gerudo heroes have.
I could double check if you want.
But it would, yeah. I mean, we don't have to right now, but the intent is that it's a general tech, not a hero tech. And then are any of the factions getting a huge overhaul? The Hylians just got a freaking huge overhaul, but other than them, I don't think any of the current factions are getting a big overhaul. It was just the Hylians.
Yeah. Should we mention in which way?
For the Hylians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do we?
I guess I'll give a little rundown on how the Hylians have changed. The kind of goal with the Hylians was to make them as much like a faction from Age of Empires 2 as possible. They're not like an exact match to the structure of Age of Empires 2, but actually it was Odysseus's ideas that changed the Hylians. He suggested unit lines for them.
Yeah. We thought with the rework that we could maybe, for people who are new and looking to get into Hyrule Conquest, the Kingdom of Hyrule would be the easiest faction to pick up, in a sense, the most traditional. So for people who've been playing, well, Age of Empires, for example, they'll be quite familiar with the faction, and they can, get right down to business, I suppose. They'll have a... Sorry?
No, I think that's a good idea in general. Like I think I just like comment that a lot of people have found the game be rather confusing if you have like the simplest faction just to be something that's familiar, right? Just kind of be way easier to get into it.
True. And actually, not sure if what I'm gonna say is correct, but there wasn't a faction yet that had a similar mechanic, right? With the line upgrades. Or was there?
There wasn't for any of the current factions, and there wasn't plans for it either. You're the one who put that idea into my head.
Yeah.
And
You're
But,
welcome.
everyone in the
praise
chat,
this guy.
let us know if we disconnect, because both YouTube and OBS are giving me connection error, so we might cut out soon. We made it past 10 minutes at least.
True.
We haven't disconnected yet. It's just basically giving me warnings like we might get dropped. So just a heads up to everyone in the chat, we might get dropped. I might have to turn this into a boomer stream.
Yeah.
My internet is god awful here. It's probably all my fault. Anyway,
He's taking the fall
so what
with
else?
grace.
Basically quite a
Do you
few
want
of the
to answer
Hylian...
some questions?
Huh?
Do we want to answer some questions?
Well, yeah, I was
questions
trying to...
are piling up.
I was gonna finish, I guess, answering the Hylian one, but yeah, all the Hylian buildings got completely, like, not all of them, but most of them got a visual overhaul, and they have a few new buildings.
They
and
look
a few other
awesome.
buildings that were cut. Like, they have a proper archery range now. They have a battering ram now, which was also your idea. What they don't have is cavalry archers, and they never will.
I won't give up just yet.
That'll be
One day.
Yeah, there's no cavalry
Not
archers.
today.
I've been traumatized by cavalry archers.
Maybe chat. Maybe you can convince Neffy to add cavalry archers to Hyrule.
Nope.
You can
I'm
just
counting
send the
on
data
you.
No cavalry
send-
archers for the Hylians.
Oh, Odysseus, if you send me some money, I will put them in for you.
They don't have recurve bows, no.
Bribable here. So
So someone's
Yeah.
wondering what's next. The Sheikah and Stalfos are the next cinematic. I guess we'll get more into future plans, I guess, after we finish talking about what's coming out in the next release. But the next thing I'm probably going to be working on is adding more heroes to all the existing factions. There's going to be 6 heroes for all of them now instead of 4. But the whenever it comes to the next faction, it'll be the Sheikah. As far as cinematics, I sadly don't know when I'll get back to those. I'm a little bit sad. I really, really want to work on them. Actually, Deox and I were talking a little bit about that the other day. Like,
Yeah.
really far off cinematic related stuff, I guess. But I have no idea when I'll get back to the cinematics. But the Sheikah will be the next faction that gets worked on. Oh, of course, the next comment is Codeman saying no new cinematics for a while. Yeah, it'll probably be quite a while before I do those animations again. There's just a lot of other work that needs to be done first. Let's see if there's any more questions related to what we're talking about. And
Yeah,
then
somebody asked about if the new heroes have been decided on yet.
for a few of the factions, but not all of them. The Hylians have been decided on. The Gerudo have. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Gorons and the Zora have. The Kokiri, I'm really iffy on one of the new heroes. Same thing with the Goma. I think Ordana, I've picked them all out. Laniru was the impetus that started the whole thing. So yeah, Laniru, all their heroes are picked out. The whole notion of more than 4 heroes started because there's so many Zora heroes I wanted to include and they couldn't fit even between 2 factions with 4 heroes.
Heroes only game mode when?
Hyrule MOBA. I'm honestly surprised that Nintendo hasn't made like a MOBA of all of their games together. I guess I'm not too surprised because they don't do PC games, but anyway, that's a tangent.
Their online netcode is from a decade ago.
Anyway, let's see. I vote no cavalry archers for Hyrule. Thank you, Spyro Frost. No cavalry archers for the Hyrule.
Come on, chat. Cavalry archers. Do it.
But
We should
what
we
other
should absolutely
things?
do a poll.
I guess let's try and finish talking about the stuff that's going to be out on the 31st. I guess we have some of Exodarian's AI. I'm not sure how much he's added in the last week since we released it for the patrons. I've seen him messing with the AI files for quite a bit, but did Exo fall asleep already?
Already?
Is that
No.
my cue or something?
Yeah.
You
We're
said
talking
AI.
about how there's gonna be some of
Weird
your
AI.
AI on the 31st in the release, but it seems like you've done quite a bit for the AI since last week, so there might be even more than I expected. Or what exactly have you done in the last few days for the AI? the last week.
Yeah, where to begin? It's
I noticed you made quite a
been
few
an,
changes to their config file.
an arduous journey, but a lot of stuff has changed. I'm actually going through the backlog right now. There was that thing with the token, you remember?
Yep, that was my fault.
Okay, anyway.
That was my fault.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. Okay. So, yeah, I have fixed a few issues. I fixed the thing with the farm. That was one of the first things I did.
Sweet. That was the one thing I wanted
Um,
done before it was released publicly.
I completely converted pretty much all of it to the new battalion system. Pretty much
Sounds
all
like
of
we're
it.
disconnecting according to the chat, which
Oh.
coincides
Really?
with the warnings I'm getting. At least Codeman. At least it's breaking up for Codeman. Can everyone else hear us fine, or is it just Codeman? And utter silence.
I mean,
I haven't disconnected yet.
we can hear each other
so-
fine, right?
Oh, no one's just a bit of crackling and breakup. All right, so we're probably going a little bit robot. It's definitely my connection. Like, my internet is just absolutely terrible here, especially when I live stream. Oh, some people are saying it's fine on their end, so that's weird. All right, continue, Exo. Sorry about that.
So, yeah, I cleaned up a lot of old code because you removed the militia dynamic from the
For
game.
the
pretty
Hylians.
much. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that you removed them because I
They
didn't-
weren't. They weren't.
I didn't
working
really
as
like the way they
intended.
were working. Well,
Yeah.
they were working. I had designed around them. I just didn't really like it that much. So
I guess that's
I'm glad
another.
it was removed.
That's
So I cleaned that all up. There were what that would be in the new version.
Well, it says we're breaking up again, at least for Codeman. Well, we'll continue talking, and if it disconnects, we'll just do a boomer stream.
Yeah, I think that's the better way. Like,
Yeah.
if just keep on talking, and then if we break up, that's to be expected. And if we
Yeah,
disconnect,
I'm sorry.
we'll
I'm sorry,
restart it.
guys. It's my It's not just Codeman. It's like apparently, according to them, it lags for a bit and then it fixes itself. That doesn't surprise me. But if for some reason we're talking about something you're interested in and then the connection gets all garbled and we're all robots for a bit and you didn't hear it and you want us to repeat it again, just let us know in a chat and we'll start. Of course, they probably can't hear me saying that because they say it's breaking up.
We should say something in chat about it.
Regardless, we can do a Q&A towards the end.
Yeah, we
and
will. We
people
will.
can
We
ask
will
if
do a
there's something.
Q&A at
That's
the
a good
end.
idea.
We do a Q&A at
Do
the
you
end of
mean
pretty
the
much all
end?
of these.
Do you mean the end after you've done the whole 8-hour lore talk?
Yeah.
Nah, I'll call for a Q&A if we get too off topic.
All right,
Because
it's
then
fine.
I'd
now. Okay, it's
probably be
fine now, according to
completely
them. So
cooked.
I'll repeat that in case it was all garbled. If we're talking about something interesting and the connection goes all screwy, and you want us to repeat what we're saying, just let us know in the chat and we'll repeat what got garbled by my terrible connection. And actually, a question just popped up that I know that Odysseus can answer. Will individual resources have less in them?
especially the more egregious ones, like near infinite rupee mines.
Although the
Some-
rupees still will have more within a single source than other the rupee veins anyway. They'll have more in them than like a
True.
tree or a bush.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but we're also kind of discussing about worker battalions. It's a bit of a hot topic at the moment. Mostly because, well, most players seem to be used to single worker units. There's not many RTS games out there that have battalion-based workers. Unless somebody knows of one, feel free to share it in the chat.
I'm certain
But,
I've played a strategy game that has groups of workers, but I can't for the life of me remember which one it is.
Same.
I keep wanting to say
I-
Heroes of Annihilated Empires. I think that game just had single workers. No one probably knows what that game is.
I don't know that game. Sorry.
It's a very obscure
Should maybe check it
RTS.
No, but the Neffy's going full robot on me.
Oh, I'm going robot on
You
you.
there?
Well, I'm probably going robot to everyone then. But anyway, continue. Oh, yeah, it says the stream will end
I've never
shortly
heard of
unless
that.
you restart
Never
it
heard
in
of
your
that game
streaming
before.
software. What the hell, dude?
Damn,
Oh, now it went away. That's so weird. I don't...
straight savage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're lagging, everyone.
I mentioned that too.
God damn it, YouTube.
That Gretchens and worker scarabs in Dawn of War had squads,
But they
that
don't
they
gather
reinforce them,
resources.
but they don't really gather resources. So it's kind of a the general idea is that since everything else more or less is getting battalions, and the whole combat is being based on battalions, if workers would be left in the dust, they'd be, you know, they'd be fodder basically, very easy to kill, and we're kind of scared that rush factions would become too strong because they can then snipe everything in an instant in the first 10 minutes or so. But that's theoretical mostly. We haven't decided yet, but it's a kind of an important topic because obviously we're still kind of using the old Age of Empire 0AD based resource system.
Yeah.
So, you know, like making a single change changes practically everything in one way or another. It's all interconnected. But yeah,
Yeah, I think we've just...
I'm
I
sure-
think we're getting disconnected. YouTube sucks. Yeah, they're all like 5 minutes
Yikes.
behind us now. This is... Alright, well... If you guys... Okay, let's see. 1 for new stream.
can't
2
handle.
for trekking on. Well, we'll ask them if they want to just be 5 minutes behind or if they want a brand new stream, and I'll try and mess with my settings. Can anyone even hear us still?
Oh, you're going robot.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
you're
getting
going
tons and
robots.
tons of error messages and warnings on my end saying it's all gonna collapse and the internet sucks. So I'm certain it's not actually YouTube because the problem's on OBS also. I think it's just my internet. My internet is absolutely terrible here for doing this stuff. Someone point 3. That's not helpful. I mean, now
Have
it says
you
my
ever
connection's
considered
excellent,
upgrading?
so I don't know what's going on. But
Nev,
yes.
have you ever considered upgrading or?
No, I supposedly have a good internet connection. I'm in America.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going robot for us as well in the Discord. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to restart the stream. Be back in just in case they can't hear me. I'll type it.
Yeah, they're like 5 minutes behind on average, apparently.
All All right. Well, sorry everyone.